Yo, welcome back. So for today we're just gonna play a little bit of a multiplayer. I played it before. This one gonna be the goodie. So I have my tactical, I have my assault. So here this goes. I want my tactical to be White Scar. I want my assault to be what you call it, Space Wolf. Vanguard to be Flesh Terror. Bulwark to be Dark Angel. Sniper already is the Raven Guard. I wanted my heavy to be a Son of Vulcan, Salamander, but they gave me this when I bought the game, so it looks super cool. It's kind of unique. So I guess I'm sticking with the Ultramarine. So let's say, nah, I'm cool. But the green eye looks super dope. This one probably is a Black Templar. This one, I don't know what this one is. Yeah, I know that symbol of the Ultramarine. Because, yeah, Rosin. This is it. I wanna play tactical, man. After a couple of games, I'm gonna like rate the game, and I'm just gonna move to the next game. I waited for this game for over a decade. I really enjoyed my time with it, and but I play a game, I beat it, I move forward, I look for new experiences, and yeah, all things must come to an end. There's nothing to it. You shouldn't be sad. You should just move forward. That's my mentality, and that's what I'm gonna do. Just hoping. So, yeah. Look at this. God damn it. Can't believe it. Black Legion. Is this Wartburg or Black Legion? I don't know. I don't like Chaos Marines. I know their lore, but I don't know like their coloring and everything. Never painted one, never was into them. For a while I like Iron Warriors, but I hate the Mortarion and the freaking Death Guard. Really don't like them. What makes them unique, Or resilient or all of that, but guess what? Vulcan was the same as Mortarion, and Vulcan would never fall to the ruinous power because he was tortured. Would gladly die for the humanity. I guess. But someone's shooting at me. Stop shooting at me.
The price of war.
What's going on? I'm getting disconnected, aren't I? 1023, okay. That's nice. Go on, kick me. It's not even the game today. I guess Xbox service was like really bad. Not every day happens, but today happens. Still over that one. What type of server I'm in? Okay. Alright.
Frag grenades deployed. Reloading.
Okay. Does he even see me? Am I still up there? Like, what's going on? The squad you're trying to join is not joinable. What do you mean? In the game. You understand? I'm in the game. I'm not joining jack shit, bro.
Scanning.
You know, in the campaign, it was nice to see Calgar. His name isn't Calgar, but he takes up the name of the Calgar. For those who don't know the whole story, practically the guy was named after Toga or something like that at the T. And he has a friend who was very courageous. His name was Calgar. And when they were aspiring and didn't fully become space marines, they were like little kids training to become space marine.
The captain informs me
The entire aspirants were trained to chaos. They were like traitors and heretics. So two of them, the Toga and the Calgar, the original Calgar, the real Calgar, fought. God damn it. Fought the entire force of evil, and the real Calgar at the age of 12 died. And there is like a pedestal or something like that in Ultramar. It says, "Here lies Calgar, 12-year-old hero of the Imperium," and that's the real name. That's the real guy that died. And Toga took the name of the Calgar and became the... God damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna continue on. And just became what you know as the Chapter Master Calgar. That's the real story. So, I guess today we can't play multiplayer, but what you gonna do about it, you know? Oh, this renders a little bit late here. Now, we have three different modes, right? I'm just gonna put my 2 cents on it. Let's call it a review, because hey, we put our faith in the reviewers and they just give us garbage. They gave 7 to the Concord. Literally, the game freaking speedrun cancellation. It got shut down in 2 weeks and they gave him 7. That's dumbest as... Okay, I'm just not gonna say. The campaign, okay? The campaign, a story mode is... The story of it is great. The character development, try to, you know, get back with the squad, get back to the Brotherhood is freaking awesome. The Tyrannous Horde system is great. They even used a little bit of the Horde system against the chaos, and element of the gameplay is amazing. The story is amazing. The graphics are good and beyond reasonably good for console. So the story gets a 10 out of 10. Legit story gets 10 out of 10. Now, the whole game isn't a story, okay? It's a 3-part game. So, let's say the main reason is the lore and the reason you buy the game because of the campaign. You get like 2/3 of the points to the 0 to the 10 is the campaign, right? So the game, the campaign gets a full point, so it's 6. Now we, for the rest of the points, we go to the different things. Operations. The mission is good, like 5 of them actually relate to the campaign. It's part of the campaign and it's great. It's like a side quest, and if you're doing campaign for so long, you can just one mission of campaign and one mission of operation and continue them together and get a different feeling of the game. Because with this you kind of use one of the classes and the classes have the different type of stuff going on with them, and they have different abilities, different weaponry. Like Titus never use a shield. If you pick a bulwark and go to the campaign, you can just use that. But the progression is slow. The fact that you should find the stuff to upgrade your weaponry is really a bad design. You shouldn't have that in the game. You know, if you want to do a perfect operations, right? But let's say you want to do a perfect PvE operation, you should take inspiration of the other games of the Games Workshop. Legit. Like Vermintide 2, like Dark Tide, they're on the practically the same state you made them. But they are good at it. So they put a little bit of it in the game, like gene seed for the tome that they have on the Vermintide. And I gotta say, but the progression, the weapon variants, and those are really low, you know. We don't have enough weapons. Like we have the Emperor's Sight, but we don't have some Power Sight. We have different types of the Space Marine chapters that have like a unique weapon, but we don't have that. The weapon is very, very limited. I get it if you don't want to put it in Eternal War because it's PvP and it's hard to balance it, but in PvE you should put more weapon in. And the system that the Vermintide has and Darktide has, like every class has certain type of weapon unique to them, and some weapons are shared, and that's great. That's great. You know, you play Warlock, you have only 2 pistols, and unless you're really upgraded and you go down the tree, you're always gonna run out of ammo and you're gonna do horrible. So if I'm going to give a review point to the operation, I think the missions are well designed. I think the level design is amazing. I think the proportion of the enemies are good. I didn't play it that high level, but it's still good. I have to give it an 8 because 1 point because there's not a lot of progression. Like you have to go a couple of missions to get to where you want. The reward is not that significant. It's too grindy. The second point you're gonna lose because of the weapon variant. Now, in Eternal War, right? In Eternal War we have something called continue offline. We have something called classes and the ability for the classes. One of the things you should know about a third-person shooter multiplayer, one of the things is shoulder swapping. The game has a shoulder swap. I don't know it. It didn't teach me, so I'm just gonna assume it's not there because there is not proper tutorial about it. Shoulder swapping is important in the game mode of the multiplayer for a third-person shooter. Second is the balance abilities. Now, sometimes you make a game about multiplayer game about all shooting and aim skill. Sometimes you make it balance between the ability and the shooting. Sometimes you make it all about ability, and shooting is like, yeah, you just have it there. You know, it's nice to have it, but it's all about the shooting. It's all about the ability. Tactical ability is the ability for someone that only uses shooting. It doesn't give you that much of the edge. You know, make them more vulnerable. How exactly? Because I don't feel it that way. Assault. The way the map designs, this class has the most advantage. this class has the most advantage in many of the abilities. In 1v1, Vanguard is really good, but it's not that good. You know? This class is actually good, actually well balanced. Bulwark. You make the game limit every single other class independent, and Bulwark in most of the cases are dependent on their teammate, and that's not okay. You can make it independent, all the classes, or you can make it independent. Now you can make this class great. How? Add down in mechanic. Just like Gears of War, everybody gets shot, health drop to 0, they drop down. Now the banner gives you an extra effect. You can just team res everybody. And that, with the down mechanic, this class can become amazing support in the multiplayer. Now, the sniper. Sniper is extremely powerful. Sniper, if you put like any of these, assault rifle can be a good flanker. If you put any of this, you can just quick scope people, go invisible, quick scope, jump out of invisibility. It's great class for the multiplayer. But let's compare Camo Cloak to a tactical all-spec scan. All-spec scan can completely counter this, right? But it has a lower cooldown than the scan, right? Because of the vulnerable part, apparently, which you don't feel that much. Secondly, it has more value than all-spec. So technically this class with this ability is supposed to completely counter this class, but if you put it on paper, this class is more powerful than that class. And if you don't outplay him, you're just gonna get absolutely obliterated by him. Now, the heavy. The heavy has its own great advantages, right? The Iron Halo is extremely important when you 1v1 anyone, because Ultra or Heavy Bolter don't have that much of a, I don't know how to say it, like accuracy, and the firepower is kind of low, and if you don't aim down sight, the fire rate is not +8, you know? And yeah, for the game that supposed to be like one thing and another, it continuously do everything at the same time in the multiplayer, and it doesn't work. And the matchmaking is kind of garbage. It's not kind of garbage, it's absolutely garbage. It's horrendous. It's freaking something out of like a alien movie scene. Like when you're playing as a, not as in a squad in a multiplayer, you feel like you're a victim in an alien movie. Something's gonna burst out of your chest in 5 minutes. So we already give the full point to the campaign. We subtracted 2 points from the operation because of the way the progression works, with how grindy the game is and how little the weapon variation is. And because of the classes, we gotta subtract 1, because of the bad matchmaking another 1, and because of the bad matchmaking another 1. So that's 7, this one is 8. So the game stands strong on 9 out of 10 for me, because the campaign is fully there and operation is a little bit lacking, and the Eternal War is just Eternal War. But we have something else to add to the mix, right? It stands on 8.5, 9, and we have something else add to the game, and it's this beautiful part. Now, the game is all about Ultramarine, and you have a lot of Ultramarine, successor and everything, right? That's fantastic. Unknown founding, like Blood Ravens, like Tauruses, like Red Scorpions, like Storm Giants, like all of these, right? These are great. These are fantastic. We love them. We don't have much of a chaos. They said they're gonna add more chaos, but even if they do, they don't feel that good. You know? Maybe if they add more weapons, there would be something. Like, why the Emperor's Children isn't in there? You know? If I use Dark Angels for the Bulwark, I would most definitely use Emperor's Children for the Heretic Bulwark. I would use it because they are swordsmen that are really good. Like Black Templars are amazing for the thing as well for Bulwark, but you know, and there are not many second founding and what you say successor chapters of the different Primarch hosts. You know, you don't have much of the rest of Imperial Fist. Just don't just have Black Templars. Black Templars are legion for themselves, but and they are really like overblown. But not just them. Like I said before, we have no Elementers, we have no Flesh Terrors, and I'm biased when it comes to the like Blood Angels. We don't have any successors of Dark Angels. We don't have many. There's a few successors for the Salamanders that they found, right? Or they found each other, and there was some stories I'm forgetting their names. The Space Wolves are good, but you know, feel the whole thing about the Games Workshop and 40k is all about the lore, right? People that love the lore, they support the games, they buy the miniatures. They're suckers like me. Let's be honest, they're suckers like me. And this is kind of lackluster, but they have a game plan. They have the massive game plan. We cannot subtract any points right now. Every time they update something, I'm going back to the game. I'm gonna enjoy the game, and if I'm gonna be honest, the full review I'm gonna give in year for now stands strong at 9. It's better than many games that Western Studio make. It's not garbage. What you call it? The one that had Dr. Freeze as a Ellen lesbian. What was the game called? Oh, Suicide Squad. That fucking game, dude. The Concord was trash. Right now, Ubisoft is working on their newest cultural appropriation. So in the world like that, with the grim dark present of the woke agenda, this game is good. And you know what? Some people might go online and say this game is all about male fantasy. You know, males do need their fantasy. That's why they kill themselves a lot. Let's be honest. The suicide rate among the men is very high. And stop taking away from them. Society already put so much on them. They always getting battered with their family, by their family. They always get battered by themselves. You know, they always feel like they're lacking, they should do more. And games like this, you know, it makes them feel like, you know, it's good. And a lot of the men that are into the Games Workshop, they've been investing for 30 years in this, right? And all they ask for the Games Workshop is to be committed to something they would invested for 30 years, and that's it. So if they are committed to the lore, we just don't gonna say nothing. We can add new factions, we can do whatever. Add a new faction, don't change the factions for the minorities that not even part of your community, you know? Anyway, that's my 2 cents for now on this game. It's a beautiful game. I 100% recommend this game. And if you have time to play and if you have the money, extra money to expend, most definitely get it. If you don't, wait for the sale to get it, it's okay. You know, the major selling point of this game is the campaign, and the campaign doesn't go anywhere. So don't take yourself a hold to get it. But if you want to get a game and this one is an option, most definitely go for this one. Don't go for the Justice League. Don't go for the freaking Shadow. Assassin's Creed Shadow. Don't go for the Flintlock Siege of Dawn. I've played that freaking game. I finished it on the highest difficulty. It didn't give me a single achievement. Like, and it doesn't have New Game Plus. Can you believe it? Like other games that Western companies made and people like how overblown it, like the Star Wars Survivor, call it the Star Wars Survivor. I don't like that game. I don't. If I want to sit down and break down everything that is wrong with that game, on a perspective of the game design and level design, you guys gonna have a headache. You know what I call a Star Wars Jedi Survivor? I call it the shortcut unlock simulator. Everything in that game doesn't work, and I'm not gonna get into it, right? I'm not gonna get into it. The Star Wars have their own freaking fan base, and it's all about the nostalgia for them. And I just think they deserve better. They deserve way better than that. Anyway, some of you might think, hey, what do you think you should listen to? You shouldn't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone to review anything. That's why I always said, don't listen to anyone that review anything. Only reason I'm saying this because first off, I can't get to the multiplayer to finish this video, and second off, well, you know, I've been playing video games since 1999. So ever since I finished Resident Evil 3, if I remember correctly. Yes, Resident Evil 3, first game I ever finished. And from that moment till this day, I've been playing video games more than 40 hours a week. So I just gonna put my 2 cents on something. And if you guys don't like it, you know, just click off the video, I don't care. Bye!